Once, when we were younger, my sister and I had a short conversation in the back of our Navy Buick Century as my father drove and my mother navigated. The Melissa Etheridge song, Like the Way I Do, came on the radio. Oh, nobody loves you like the way I do. Nobody wants you like the way I do, Melissa sang. You know, my 12-year-old sister said quietly, I heard that she's singing about a woman. She blinked at me through her large glasses. That's ridiculous, I told her, and tossed my hair like I was prone to do at 15. There is absolutely no way she's talking about a woman. Because at 15, I was the expert on all relationships. I hadn't had a boyfriend yet, but I had a serious obsessive crush on, well, let's just call him Jake. I followed broad-shouldered, wavy-haired Jake in the hallways to see what classes he had. I imagined accidental meetings in the cafeteria. I felt like I loved him, like I actually loved him. The only problem was that he didn't know my name. Melissa Etheridge, however, was not singing about a woman. That would sound completely different. My sister shrugged and pushed up her glasses. You're wrong, she said, and didn't talk to me for the rest of the car ride. I was wrong. When she came out 6 years later, I wasn't surprised. I could look back and see other moments like that, but I was so caught up in developing my own sexuality and absorbing the culture that I was fed, I didn't have the tools to put together what my sister had tried to tell me in so many ways. Now it's hard to imagine a time when I thought it was different, or wanted to think it was different, the way girls had crushes on girls and girls had crushes on boys. Our parents struggled with the news when she came out, though they eventually came around and were proud to host her wedding to her wife in their backyard. I'd grown up a bit by then myself and was ready to grip my sister's hand to try to make up for what I and society had put her through. As an adult, I told my sister that I once had a crush on a female camp counselor. I remember feeling excited and nervous to be around her. I liked the way she looked, the way she spoke. Sometimes I wonder if I had known it was a crush. I didn't have to push it down or be fearful of it, because after that summer, it flew away like a little butterfly, to be replaced by a dreamy boy at home named Jake, and eventually the handsome man who became my husband. What if, though, that captivating counselor had been attracted to me too? What if something that I thought was simply a beautiful butterfly signaled the start of years of confusion, pain, and fear? My sister was surprised when I told her and said that on the sexuality spectrum, she'd always thought I was one of the straightest people she knew. Maybe she's right, maybe she's not. Who really knows? If only we lived in a world where all people felt free to follow any butterfly they found to be beautiful. It still makes me sad and angry that my sister had to grow up in a world that made her feel wrong and ashamed, and that I was part of it that day, sitting beside her in the back seat of the Buick Century. I'll never know what it was really like to be my sister back then, but I do know what it was like to be her sister, and I'm glad that she accepted me for who I was.